Good evening and welcome to this channel about past lives and reincarnation. So I want to answer a question that I got on my last video. In my last video I talked about big spirits. Maybe you watched the video. You know how these big spirits, when they contact me, they are just there all of a sudden. They don't come from a direction. I don't see them coming. They're just there. Right. And somebody asked me, so what do they talk about? Of course, I should tell you this. So there are two main areas that they focus on. And the first area is me. They talk about me, my life. See, it could be anything. Be some question that I have, advice, of course, advice. Now, it's important. They don't come to lecture me on how to live my life. That's not how it works. No, it's like a good friend. Sane friend. See, that you trust. That's what it's like. Very comfortable. And there's a dialogue. And sometimes I take their advice and sometimes I don't. If I don't agree, I don't. They are not telling me anything on how to live my life. No, of course not. It's just very good dialogue, I'll give you one example. I got this advice from one of them, quite recently actually. It was this one. Relax. You're doing fine. You're doing great. You know what to do. Don't make any big changes. Don't push it. This was the advice, you see. You have the answers. You know what to do. So go with the flow. Very good advice, I thought. Now this guy who gave me this advice, I feel that I know this guy. And that I have known him for a long, long time. That's right. And he comes to see me quite regularly. Maybe 10 times during the last 5 years. He contacted me. And I feel I know him. Very good guy. So that's the main thing. But it can be anything, things about my life. They care. Which feels very good, of course. And they can actually warn you also. That's a good one. Not to be disregarded. This is important. They can actually warn you of things. They can actually give you advice on who to contact and who to talk to and who could be a friend or something, Right, and the second area which they talk a lot about actually is my other channel. Most of you know this. I have another channel called Sanity for Sweden, where I talk about the situation on the planet. Now, that's very interesting to these guys. They care about this, of course, like we do. The situation on the planet, which is very, very bad, of course. Now, important thing here is that the messages that I get from these guys, they are always positive. Always. Basically, what they say is this. Mankind has been suppressed for thousands and thousands of years. It's been getting worse. And now we have reached this point where people are rising up. And we're talking planet-wide rise up. And this was to be expected. You see? That's basically what they say. And this will be a proper rise up. We will actually this time shake them off. The oppressors. See, still, there's a lot of work to be done, of course, but it's happening. That's basically the message. Very optimistic stuff, you see. And also here, I get the message that I can relax about the whole situation. See? Some people will not wake up, they will not rise up, they will not understand what's happening. They will come in very, very late. See? And maybe not. Even then, they will not be joining us. But we see all these millions and millions of people now who realize what's happening. And we will be part of the rise up together. See? So just relax about the whole thing. Don't push it. Same advice, right? Right. Some are not, they are just not up to it. Relax about them. Maybe they will learn. Maybe not. That's not important. What's important is all the other ones who actually understand what's happening and are willing to do something about it. That's what is important. And we are doing it. That's the message, basically. Of course, very positive and very comfortable message, isn't it? Also, they give pointers on what's happening. Like some information, actually. I've been surprised a few times. Very few times. It's basically a dialogue where we sort of compare notes, you know. Have you thought about this, you know? It's like talking to a very good friend. Right. That's all. Be good.